Hi there, I'm Angela. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you most of the things that I got done in my garden this past week. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned. You ready? Are you ready? Yes, you are. Hold on. Hey y'all, it's Monday morning, April 10th, and we are headed to Home Depot for some garden supplies. I'm taking you with me. I was looking for a product called Hollytone for blueberries or any plants that need acidic soil, but looks like this might do just as well. So I was looking for something for my blueberry plants. I started growing blueberries last year. I just have 3 plants and they're in pots, at least right now. And I know that they need the soil to be a little bit acidic. And I saw over on Yellow Door Urban Homestead, her name's Asia, I'll put a link to her channel below. She uses a product called Hollytone, which I'd seen before but never had any need for it. So that's what I was looking for today, and they didn't have that, but I think that this one that I got should do the same thing. At least that's what it says on the label, so we'll go with that. Now it's on to the grocery and then back home to get working in the garden. I'll see you soon. So errands are done and I'm out here in the garden, and first order of business is to get these potatoes into their grow bags. That's what I'll be working on first. And before I do that though, maybe I'll just kind of show you guys what the garden is looking like right now. As you probably know, there's always a bunch of cleanup to do in the spring. Even if I did clean up in the fall, it never seems to be that great when spring comes around. There's still a lot to be done. So I'm going to show you kind of the state of the garden right now, and then I'm going to get these potatoes in the ground. So I do a lot of planting in grow bags and larger size pots. Usually those are for herbs and flowers and things, and then my raised beds. But there's a lot of cleanup. I've got random bags of mulch just kind of lying around that I did not take care of in the fall, and there's at least one more bag right there, just random pieces of planters and things that I would like to kind of set into like a good spot and make use of them, which I will do this year. And then grow bags are kind of everywhere, and it'll pretty much stay in the same layout this year. These 2 long beds here, which are 3 foot by 12 foot, I am going to end up turning them so that they run kind of long ways instead of, you know, perpendicular to the house there. The reason why is that the way they're situated now, about the back third, or the third closest to the house, does not get enough sun to really grow anything. So if I turn them long ways parallel to the house and maybe scoot them in towards this center aisle just a little bit, I think they'll get plenty enough sun to grow anything that needs full sun. But I've got a lot of cardboard laying around that I use under my mulch for weed barrier, some more grow bags and random pots. It's not that bad. It's just I feel like before I can really start anything, I need to get this kind of tidied up a little bit. But the one thing I am doing today for sure is getting my potatoes in, because I don't want to wait too much longer. So those are going to go in these grow bags here, which I don't know. These are either 5-gallon or 10-gallon. I can't remember. I want to say maybe 5-gallon. So what I'll end up doing is just putting like 2 seed potato pieces into each bag, and I think I'm still going to need more grow bags because I've got a lot of little potato chunks to go in the ground, and then more grow bags here that are just empty. But yeah, they're a little bit of cleanup. There's some random stuff laying along the house there. Not terrible. I did do most of the cleanup in the fall as I, put the garden to sleep for the winter. The one big exception is I didn't do much with anything in the greenhouse. That'll be a project for another day. Today it's potatoes. Oh, it is starting to really warm up here, and now this is too much, and I'm pretty much finished out here over in the big garden for today, and I'll show you what I got done. So I got all my potatoes planted. So first of all, I set up all these grow bags in a row, filled them all with soil, the ones that needed topping off or filling, added some slow release fertilizer, and got all of the potatoes in there. Those potatoes were called Caribou Russet from Johnny's Select Seeds. And then the other thing that I did out here, started to do, get a jump on, was to kind of take all these bags out that were lined up there. You can kind of see the dirt where they were setting, and I'm gonna have to get this trellis out. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to get these T-posts out of here. I'll have to look that up to see if there's an easy way, or if it's just sheer muscle, or if you can slowly wiggle them out. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing that is because this is where the new raised bed's gonna go, right there. And then I started kind of cleaning up the greenhouse a little bit. Well, I no sooner got the first batch of potatoes planted than this came in the mail. These are the other ones that I ordered. So I'll be getting those ready. Two kinds, dark red Norland and Huckleberry Gold. These are from Hudson Valley Seed Company, obviously. But that is a task for another day. It's Friday, April 14th, and today's task is to get these onions into their bed. I don't know if they'll all fit in one of my raised beds, but we'll see. I'll see how far I get. And I'll show you a couple other things that I've been working on since I was last on. I got these 6 large grow bags set up for more potatoes, and actually the potatoes are in. And I think that these are the 20-gallon size of bags. I have bags ranging from 5-gallon all the way up to 20-gallon. I'm pretty sure these are my biggest ones, 20-gallon. And then I started setting up for the last of the potatoes to go here. And I'm really gonna try to put into use all of my grow bags this year. So most years I do use most of them, but I'm really gonna try to maximize my space. So I have another row here of the extra large ones that I'll probably maybe do tomatoes in. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And I can't remember if I told you guys this yet or not, but my plan originally for this year was to take these 2 long 12-foot beds, I think I did mention this, and make them perpendicular to how they are now, just because about the last third of them closest to the house doesn't get enough sun. But I started to dig out some of the dirt just to use it elsewhere. Of this first bed, I barely made a dent, and I think that I am not gonna remove these beds and turn them sideways. That is a project that's like way outside of my ability to do, at least this year. So I'm still gonna plant in them this year, and I'll just try to do leafy greens down at the end, things that don't need as much sun. Oh, and I did end up having to make another trip to Home Depot to get soil for the potato bags. And my trusty little helper decided he wanted to help too. I'll put in a little clip of him. That's Farley, our new puppy. I say new. We've had him since we adopted him in last August. So we've had him, what is that, about 8 months, give or take, without trying to do math in my head right now.
Go.
Thank you.
This dump cart was a wonderful thing.
Yes. It's Saturday, April 15th, and today's task is to get the beets and radishes in the ground. And I do have 4 types of beets. This is my latest one that I got from Haas called Avalanche. Looks very interesting. And then Boro from High Mowing. I've had these seeds for a while and just plant them every year. Trying to see, packed for 2021, so a few years. This is 21, 22, this will be my 3rd year. And then Bull's Blood, I planted those last year. And then this gourmet blend from Botanical Interest. I can't remember if I sowed these last year. I think I bought them last year, but I don't remember if I put any into the ground. And then radishes, I've got a variety called Champion. No real picture of it on here. And so that's from Mountain Valley Seed Company. And then I've got watermelon radish here. And this is from Hudson Valley. I did grow these last year too. And after giving it a lot of thought, I am going to go ahead and plant in the soil here, and I'll still be able to, you know, dismantle the wood even though things are planted in there, as long as I'm careful. And in most of the bed, there's still 6 inches of good soil, and it kind of dwindles down to maybe 3 or 4 inches down towards the end. So I'll probably do radishes at that end since they're smaller. Hopefully that means they won't need as much depth underground. And when I say good soil, this is good soil. I put this bed in 2014, and I've been working on this soil ever since then. So it is like good quality soil, just after all the years of adding compost and shredded leaves and all the amendments. So not letting this go to waste. And it turns out I was out of the boro beet seeds and the bull's blood. Like, the packets were in there, but they were just empty. So I'm going to pull those out of my seed storage so I don't think I have them again next year when I really don't. And I might end up buying more of those 2 varieties. They've done so well for me in the past couple of years. And I think that's about all I have for you this week. I hope you found this interesting. Let me know what you're working on in your garden in the comments below.